Yes, people, welcome to the player rating show after that shit show of a performance. Well, the end of the game that made us lose anyway. Let's get straight into it. It's going to be interesting to do this because some players didn't deserve to be on the losing side and some players did. Nana.
6. I think he should have done better on the first goal.
Yeah.
And I think the other goals, the penalties, I mean, he got nowhere near it.
Cole Palmer missed the penalty yet.
6, I say 6.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I was going to say a 5 and go with a 6. But yeah, I just thought, can't concede a goal like that. The first one that he conceded, so...
I'm going to say a 5. Because you can't do nothing about all the pens and all that, but then the one thing you could do something about, that goal should never go in after 4 minutes. Not just his fault. He had a couple of punches. Actually got the ball rolling for the second goal. Actually, all right, 6. All right. But it's slim pickings, innit? Diogo Dalot.
Mixed bag. Because of remember the cross he got for the assist?
Yeah.
So I'll say a 6. He went in, I don't think it was a penalty, but the way he went in was silly. So, yeah, 6.
I think you got to take him down a little bit. He got... actually, he goes up for the assist and then comes back down. So, yeah, I said 6. Okay, I see what you're saying.
And, let's be honest, he had a tough time against Palmer as well.
Yeah.
Like, Palmer took him to the cleaners a couple of times. The assist would bring it up to a 6, but really he performed at 5 for me. The centre-backs, I mean, wow, depleted. Who did we start with? Varane and Maguire, right?
There's one centre-back that could get a 7, and I think Harry did all right. I think
7?
Amongst all of our centre-backs, I think he was the only one that...
Lasted?
Lasted and did what he could. You know what I mean? There was a point in, the second half where he got up the pitch, had a shot, you know what I mean, had it saved. And I think he clearly tried, and I think I don't want to say for the season, but for this game, I think it was the best.
I wouldn't have said a 7. It's too high for me. For me, I got done by, what's his name? Jackson, slid in, went past him. A couple of silly fouls because he's been asked to defend quite high up, which ain't his strength, so he's got to bring players down. Couple of good passes into midfield, I give him that. I'd probably say a 6.
6, yeah.
But that's at best. It could be a 5, really, because we conceded 4 goals, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
We conceded 4 goals, bro. The defence was shit.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? It could even be lower. We conceded 4 goals, bro. But I know 2 were penalties. Varane could only play a half, 5. Couldn't.
Yeah,
Johnny
5.
Evans, NA, tried to help us, couldn't. Willie Camboila, kids,
well,
5. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
probably a 5. No, he played a bit longer because obviously he come on quite early.
Then Johnny Evans.
But yeah, 5/NA. Left back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I don't think he had a great game today, you know. I don't think he had a great game. I think he started off sloppy. I think he continued the whole game quite sloppy. Not his best, like in terms of tackling. I just think since he's come back, he hasn't been tearing up trees. I think it's 5 for me. He ain't done nothing.
I would have said out of our defence, I thought he was actually our best one. Because Modric didn't really do much.
Much against anyone.
Yeah, true. But I mean, compared to the other defenders, I wouldn't give him the same rating. I think he was a little bit better. I'll say a 6.
Okay, all right, slim pickings.
Yeah.
Midfield, Kobe Mainoo today.
6. I think he let himself down. From what we know how good he is, he brought his levels down to everyone else around him and to the Chelsea team. He played like he was amongst that, and we know he's better than that. And I think he didn't do himself any glory, especially next to Casemiro, where we know he's of a different ilk than our midfielders at the moment. But 6, he didn't do anything too great.
Yeah. I would have said 5. I just thought he was really poor. Completely off it today. He looks tired. But yeah, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I think there's others that lower him. That's why I gave
lower,
him 6,
yeah. Yeah, it wasn't his usual self today. There was some moments, a couple of good interceptions, a couple of good passes, but then he would back that up with a bad pass. He gave the ball away during the first goal in the sequence. Still learning. Listen, Kobe's got such a long way, and these are the little reminders. These are the little things that he'll go through. These type of situations, they're actually part of his development. Tough times like this, tough games, feeling a bit tired, but he still played 90. Yeah, I'd probably say a 6 because he's Kobe, but it's probably about a 5 still. Casemiro
just lets me down, man. He always lets me down. Like, he's supposed to be one of the leaders in this team, and I thought he had a poor game today. I would say a 5 for him as well. I thought it was he looked like a player that had no experience, and he's done that a lot of times this season.
I would have gone lower. I would have said 4. You know, he didn't do anything great for me today. Like, it looked like Kobe was the senior player, and he was like playing alongside him, sliding into challenges, just knocking the ball forward when it came to him. Couldn't hold on the ball, no control in the midfield. I think it's a 4. He didn't. I don't know if he was good at all.
Okay. Bruno did get a goal. Ran a lot, but also done some other silly things too.
He did get a goal. I want to say 7, but for a captain's performance, not being able to control your team last minute, he can't get a 7.
Nowhere near.
I think he's knocked himself to a 6 now, because at the last 2 minutes of the team, on the manager, on the captain, you need to get your team together and say, listen, we are not losing this game. I'm going to drag you through it. Hold on to that ball. He was one of the people that gave the ball away in the last 9 minutes of the game. Like, what are you doing? Hold the ball. 6, man.
Yeah, I was going to say a 6 as well. The goal,
It's the goal
is
that
what
makes
brings
it,
him
isn't it?
up.
Because really, it's a 5.
And it's a good goal, to be fair, good header.
really good.
And he did have a couple of decent moments, a couple of passes, but consistency within the game, it's not there for him. So, yeah, just not good enough.
Another midfielder before we move on. Well, that's just more in the subs, so we'll get back to McTominay and stuff later on. Let's get to the front line. This is where, you know, the better players were today. How good was Garnacho today? He got given man of the match until we capitulated. Then it went to Cole Palmer because he scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, I thought he ran the whole game. He was brave, was going forward. He grew more and more into the game. I think he was a bit unfortunate to be taken off, but I can understand the manager maybe wanting to rest him as well. Game against Liverpool at that point, we were 3-2 up, I think. So I thought he played well. Got two really good goals, so I'd say an 8. Unfortunate to be on the losing side.
I agree with that, yeah. Anthony.
I want to give him an 8 as well.
Yeah.
I gave him slack in the beginning of the game, but he was involved in all 3 goals, shut me up, like great cross into Garnacho with his outside of his left foot. I think it's quality. I mean, he shows his quality in small bursts, and I think today we need to give him his credit. If not Garnacho getting the man of the match, it should have been Anthony. So
Yeah, I'm actually going to give him a 7 because he gave away the pen.
Penalty.
yeah, but he fought us back.
And he did, and I really do rate that. He was up there. He was fantastic. I'm only just going to give him that mark down to be pedantic because of the penalty, and obviously the assist was brilliant. Kept it going for the second goal. To be fair, stops it going out. No, stops it going out for the first goal. Switches it for the third goal. Okay, yeah, maybe it is an 8, but I just think that penalty thing really brings it back. But it's slim pickings. He was good today. One of his best performances in the shirt. Højlund.
Yeah, not one of his best games. This is the thing. I want him to be involved in the game throughout.
Just not involved.
I want him to be
like
involved.
early Højlund.
There were even times when and I'm looking at his movement. He even needs to make the better runs into the box. I wasn't quite doing it. I don't think he got the service he needed as well. So it's not completely his fault. So I'd say a 5.
Yeah. I agree with 5. Yeah,
I think it's quite tough though. Like he's not getting into the game, but yeah, 5.
Yeah. Right now we go to the substitutes. Scott McTominay.
I think when he came on, he showed what we brought him on for the physicality, chasing after the loose balls. But I wouldn't say he was great. I'll give him 6. Genesis 6. I think
Yeah, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Didn't do enough.
Ball went in off him as well for the last goal.
Yeah,
Not his fault, but
five.
yeah,
No,
5.
take him down. 5.
Yeah, I mean he was just standing there trying to. It's not his fault, but someone's got to get out to Palmer. I can't remember who it was, but exactly.
If you can't block it completely, don't touch the ball.
Yeah. Well, no, the ball just hit him like he's just.
No, but he went out like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 5. Marcus Rashford.
5. Didn't do well. At points, he kept the ball well. Apart from that, in terms of running, didn't do enough. So 5.
I was gonna give him a 4, but then he gave the pre-assist to Anthony. That one little touch when he first came on was all right, but he didn't do enough for me. He was the fresh legs that we thought, oh yeah, you're gonna come on and give us the space in behind or running behind. He didn't do that for me.
Yeah,
so
this is where the bias comes into it, because then would you say he was worse than Casemiro?
No, I think they were the same. But I think it's different. I think it's different when you come on the pitch fresh. You're meant to be fresher than everyone else, and you're not running, you're not pressing, you're not doing nothing.
Exactly. There's a clip already. I know it always happens to Rashford, but because he don't run, like he just allowed Palmer to he just has this trot trot there. And I'm just thinking, if you're
that's
you're coming
Martial,
on,
he's getting killed.
yeah,
He's getting
100%.
killed.
You got to come on and just show a little bit. Just hurry up and get back goal side and block him passing that forward. Just show you mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I'd say a 5 to not go into the 4s and the 3s. But really, if I'm honest, if someone's going to give him a 4 and a 3, I'm like, I ain't going to fight it. But I ain't just trying to just do the agenda thing. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mason Mount came on and was good.
Yeah.
Came on and was good. There wasn't really much more you could ask him to do. It was really late in the game. Yeah. He's to come on and see the game out. He had some nice touches, one back possession. He needs to play, if anything, in general. You need to get him in our midfield. We need players who can keep the ball properly and make some smart decisions. He's got to start against Liverpool. I don't think Ten Hag will, but because the wingers were really good in Anthony but Rashford's going to come back in, but Anthony and Garnacho were brilliant. Does he just play Rashford up front? Or I don't know. He's not going to run. No. I don't know. But yeah. Mate. Bad.
Horrible, man.
Bad. I'll give him
a 2. When you're actually doing in terms of the actual performance,
this game,
we got ourselves into a winning position. That is the bit about the players where it's like we literally saw him on the touchline saying, "What are you doing? Keep the ball." He literally said it. We all said it. He goes, "Oh, that's what you was just saying." Keep the ball. I tell you what, guys. There's a few minutes. Keep the ball. They literally didn't listen to him in that moment. However, the overall structure of the team, end to end, still conceded 28 shots.
Exactly.
Yes, there were injuries, but it's like...
Yeah, I mean, this game alone, I would say a 5.
No, less. Has to be less. We're playing, when this game started, they were in 12th place? 12th place Chelsea, was 6th place, we're fighting for something. And they've ended the game with more shots than us, more passes completed than us. They won the game. And essentially, we dropped down to their standards and our midfield was completely open throughout the entirety of the game. We can't continuously do that and then say, yeah, it was a 5 and it's on the players. It's on him. It has to be on him.
The reason why I said 5 and not lower is because at the end of the day, up until 90 minutes, he coached us to a win.
Did he? We went 2-0 down in the first 10 minutes.
But up to 90 minutes, we won the game. It would have been a win if the game had stopped. Obviously, I know the game obviously went longer. Yes, it's a big if. But it wasn't completely on him.
It wasn't completely on him.
It wasn't completely on him, but the game shouldn't need to get to that point where we're 3-2.
That's the bigger picture of how we play.
It should be down and out. It should be 3-0 game done by that point, and it wasn't.
So we've got a 5 here. You've got a
2. So let's look 3 or 3-4. What are you saying?
I can see why you're going with 5. It's like bang in the middle of like basically apportioning the blame. It's half the players, it was half the manager. I'd probably go at a 5. I think that's fair. But
it just shows that my mind is at 10 out, man.
There you go. Let us know in the comments. Willie Kambwala as well. We did him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Johnny Evans didn't do. Are we missing anyone else? No, I think that's it. There you go, guys. Let us know what you're saying. We're out of here. Peace.